Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. I've opened up the window so I could listen to the birds singing, which is all I could hear. And now all I can hear is, I can hear the birdie. But that's a train that's stationary at the train station. So I was looking out for the signs, but I wasn't purposely looking out for the signs. Can you see the one that's staring right in front of you? A little feather there. Not really sure where he's come from. Okay, so we have our feather. Now earlier on, I had a couple of decks of cards that I wanted to play with, but they didn't come out in the pick a deck of card. Pick a deck of cards. Pick a deck card. It's the Tarot Mucha and the Lover's Oracle. Okay, so I felt it was time maybe to come on and do another reading. So I'm using the Tarot Mucha. I was going to show you the box, and then I thought, oh no, I'll just show you the deck. But it's the same image here. It's not the same image on every side. Justice, the Hermit, Temperance. I don't actually think that that's on one of the cards. So let's have a look at this. She's gathered her harvest. Look. Whoops-a-daisy. The feather knows the secret because it's a spiritual sign, isn't it? A feather. She's got her harvest here. She's ready. Fruitful. But that isn't an image on one of the cards, so interesting. I mean, that's the Wheel of Fortune, so she's been waiting for this. Let's have a look at what card wants to come out of the Tarot Mucha. Oh, okay, the cards feel a bit heavy. Should we have a look at this card? Now, I was taken to all the elements. Hey, Christine. Hello, beautiful. Hello, darling. So I was taken to all the elements here. Well, all the cards, apart from this one, because it's not on, that's not an image from one of the tarot cards. Justice. She's keeping her balance here. Why? Oh, there's choppy waters in the background. The Hermit. She's kept her star quality close to her. It's like in there is her light. Temperance, keeping the balance, maintaining balance, and then it's like the unknown. So the Two of Pentacles. Shall we have a look at her? Just zoom in. We can just zoom in. Hey, Moon Cookie. Hey, we're back like we never left. Yeah, we're back like we never left. The train has left the platform. I want to read this card. I mean, come on guys, what kind of energy did you pick up from this card? Let me just move this up a bit, so... That looks like a little skull, look, in there. Okay, so that took me to... This is Divine Justice, okay? Justice card. To be or not to be, and it's like she's dropped that. Power, Yeah, I see power. She's very balanced, isn't she? If you take it, if you compare it, the comparison to the Rider-Waite Tarot, it's a masculine that looks like he's got a condom on his head, and he's like juggling, trying to juggle the infinity symbol. So this is kind of like dropping the need to ask, you know, to be or not to be. Everything that's meant to be will be. You just got to maintain your balance. When I first started tarot, this would have represented the Two of Cups energy. The readers that I was listening to before I started my own channel referred to this as being like the divine counterpart card, the divine masculine, divine feminine, and balancing that energy. So what do we, it looks like they're coming in at different angles. Look at this ship coming in this way, and you've got this one coming in from this way. So this takes me to being on the same journey, just different paths that take us there. And, well, it kind of, the speed that it's going, you might not see it coming, because it looks like they're going to collide, like, right behind her. It's like two lost ships collide. It's a bit like the energy of two lost souls. Colliding with each other. I was taken into like a kaleidoscope. What's going on with all like the noises out there? Is that to do with the train tracks, or is that to do with the trains? I mean, why do some squeak and some don't? One don't. Okay. Unless there's like works going on out there and it's actually like, you know, like maintenance work. Anyway. Let me read this card. She's got the power. Josh, do you plan on just repeating yourself? You obviously want to be noticed. Yes, we are attention seeking. The Two of Pentacles. This is a precarious time, and you are standing on shifting sands. Take care to keep your footing. They don't squeak, the high-speed trains. Okay. Take care to keep your footing as you balance multiple tasks. Be sure you are giving adequate attention to everything that is your responsibility. Does that mean make sure you're giving adequate attention to everything that is your responsibility, that you have to give, it's your responsibility to give that attention to? Or is it your responsibility is to make sure that you're giving adequate attention to everything? Seeing the signs. And that's your responsibility, is to be the one to notice the signs. Okay. Makes sense, makes sense. There is a danger of something precious being lost simply because you cannot be everywhere at once. No captain can pilot two ships at the same time. Be realistic and cautious. Key ideas: life out of balance, the need to simplify or delegate, juggling too many tasks. So who do we feel this is actually talking about? The feminine or the masculine? Because this feminine here, she looks quite balanced. Okay, let's go to the Lover's Oracle and see what they want to say. Hi, Big Dog Nate. How are you doing today? Okay, this is the image. You see that he has obviously, he has this covering, this gown, this blanket on him. He's got it like underneath his neck though. And then the feminine here, it's like the gown's actually touching her head. I feel this is the feminine being with the masculine in spirit. Keeping him warm. We saw this light that she has. And that's saved for that someone special. I mean, they get to receive the full lightness of her. It feels very much like it's here there's a danger of losing something. There's a danger, there's a danger of something being lost, precious being lost. And I feel that's maybe because this feminine here, you know, to be or not to be, that's the question. She's just going, okay, with her, her spirit, where her spirit guides her. There's a danger of something precious being lost simply because you cannot be everywhere at once. So there's this fear of losing the feminine, but actually sensing her around him during this cold, bleak, lonely time. It's like he really does wish to have his companion. No captain can pilot 2 ships at the same time. It's like he can't be there for the feminine at the moment because he's elsewhere. A crash course. But that has to do with learning some lessons very quickly. Hi Ibrahim, how are you doing? Okay. But this is the warmth, the light of the feminine here. Interesting, my daughter's just messaged the family group chat. I'll be home soon. Is the washing machine free? That's the energy of like wanting to feel clean and fresh and learning these lessons and just wanting to discard, to let everything fall away that isn't divine, that makes you feel cold, lonely, upset, deprived, insecure. Life out of balance, the need to simplify or delegate, juggling too many tasks. You're from Iraq? Hi, I'm from England. How are you doing? Love is a single soul that inhabits 2 bodies. And I said about how this card originally meant for me, the meaning was the divine masculine, divine feminine, and learning how to balance these energies, not only when you're up close and personal, but when you are, it feels as if you're afar. Feeling them feeling you. That makes him happy, look. It's like he's filled with love. This love helps him to make that transition from this small cup of settling for nonsense. It's like you have to have a long handle on. Into this big cup of unconditional love. So his energy could feel a little slippery. Although the reading before was about, you know, diving deep into your emotional waters. So it's like you're keeping balance in the day-to-day living, okay, the material, physical life. He's trying to keep his balance in the emotional realms. Have a look at the... okay, I know what they're referring to. Excuse me. This is the Divine Masculine ready. It's like ready to crash. It's like a crash landing. Anyway. I made mention in the other reading about the Nine of Pentacles, the Divine Feminine being ready for her legacy. And there she is with, you know, the Pentacles. As it's whether or not the Divine Masculine's in Nine of Cups energy. Ready for the Ten of Cups, love. Well, we have the King of Cups here. I feel like he's ready. Let's read about the King of Cups. The mirroring, the copying. Well, it's like he can have balance. He can multitask in the material, physical world because he's used to that. That's how he distracts himself. Okay, away from like finding the balance with love. The Divine Feminine delves straight into trying to find the balance with love, achieve that. Now she's moved on to finding the balance of how you live with this love, near and far. King of Cups. He's taken a big, like, he feels like a fish out of water. He's taken a big leap of faith here. The Two of Cups. It's not the Two of Cups, see? But there is two cups, isn't there? The King of Cups. Oh, but I've opened up to the Two of Cups. Come on, we've got to read this. When two people experience true affinity of heart and mind, it is as if an angelic presence blesses them both. It takes courage to be vulnerable with another person, to share your secrets and your dreams. The winged lion symbolises this courage. The healing caduceus is the symbol of the god Mercury, he who connects and communicates, bringing messages that convey truth to those who are open to hear them. In time, this love may deepen into commitment. For now, it is enough to gaze into the beloved's eyes and feel the world being born anew. Key ideas: romance, idealized love, sharing from the heart, the healing power of affection. King of Cups. The family chat's going right off now. We're not sure if the washing machine's free, but my other daughter will check in a minute, and we're having Dominoes. Do you want any? Any of yous up for Dominoes tonight? Dominoes. Last night, I could have had Dominoes, really, because I went to the shop, and as I'm about to cross this road, this car's kind of, I don't know, I thought he was pointing to say that he was, you know, turning, so I wasn't going to cross the road. And he was coming directly at me at such a strange angle, like the angle of the boat here. So it's like the road's here, but you've got a road that's going along, and he just comes straight for me. This makes such sense with this card. I can use it as an illustration. So this is me about to cross the road, and I need to cross over to there. Okay, but we've got a road here, and then there's a road going there, so I want to cross. And this car's coming down, and it's like, okay, buddy, indicators, you going that way or you going that way? And left or right. And I thought he pointed like he's going that way, so I waited, but he just kept coming and coming, as if he's coming towards the curb. I'm like, dude, what you doing? So I cross out here, stop, he winds down his window. He's a Domino's pizza driver. And I said to him, oh, you're not looking for me, mate. I said, I just want to cross the road. And then we're having Domino's tonight. So, yeah, I think he would have quite willingly have, you know, just handed over the pizza. Hand over the pizza. Okay, right. King of Cups. We're getting to you. The King of Cups has ambition that motivates him to make the world a better place for all. That's nice. That's his ambition now, to make the world a better place for all. He believes anything is possible when people of goodwill join together. His deep intuition and compassion draw others to follow his leadership and join in his healing endeavours. His faith in the essential goodness of all people sustains his work. I feel like this masculine's had like a, I don't know, personality change. He's done a Wurzel Gummidge on us. Okay. He represents the energy of a new age, of harmony and universal love. I'll bring it on. Sounds like my kind of man. Sounds like a kind man. If this card does not represent a person, it can mean a calling to a spiritual or vocational path of service to others. Key ideas, spiritual leadership. So these are his ideas, okay? Take that leap of faith. Spiritual leadership. Compassion for the world's soul. Loyalty in love. I feel these are kind of the conversations that are happening via telepathy. Okay, your intuition is on point. It's like the two of you have been chatting all day long in your minds. Chat, 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 chat. In the mind, why? Why is it all going on in the mind? It looks like he's feeling small. You'll understand, I've already seen the message. You don't have to say these words out loud, so that's why the conversations are occurring in the mind, spiritually, because of this. Why are the phrases goodbye, I'm sorry, and I love you so easy to pronounce and yet so hard to say? So this is his masculine. I was going to say I don't know because they're not hard words for me to say. But that's because the feminine has... Look, I'm putting in the order now. Let us know. Because she's learnt to handle love and those words. Goodbye, I'm sorry, I love you. Very easy to pronounce. And the masculine's finding these words quite hard to say. He's practicing. Let's get another card. Cheers to the channel of lovers. Cheers. Should we zoom out a bit? I think so. Hey, hey, we're the monkeys. Hi, Dilly Dyers. And people say we're monkeying around, but we're too busy singing to put anybody down. We're just trying to be friendly. Okay, Queen of Pentacles. There's quite a seriousness here, which there is a seriousness to helping the world's soul to heal. Okay. Hi Heather. Dilly Dyers know I'm doing a collective reading. Can they do a reading for me in my new light tie-dye business I'm going for? It's all down to your faith and belief, darling. You tell that story. Okay. Heather, hello. So we have the Queen of Pentacles here. Takes her role of loving, nurturing, very seriously. See? People think we're monkeying around. So let's look at this Queen of Pentacles energy. Cheers. Cheers, Christine, darling. Cheers. So she takes her position seriously. Okay. Her position in this world. Let's read about... Oh, look, I just opened up to the world here. Each of us comes into this incarnation... Let's repeat that. Each of us comes into this incarnation naked and pure, the essence of our unsullied soul, ready for the next adventure in our evolutional cycle. Okay. I just said the F word under my breath. You haven't had a reading since 1997? Wow. It's a very relevant year. 1997 there, Heather. "27 years ago. The Queen of Pentacles. Let's see whereabouts these are in here. Oh, here she is. The Queen of Discs. The Queen of Discs is the practical mother who knows best. She offers her advice freely, and it is always worth taking. She has wisdom that can find solutions to problems that may seem insurmountable to others. Her scepter bears the horns of Taurus. I'm a Taurus. It's Taurus season, isn't it? It is. The sign of the earthly perseverance. Once her mind is set on a goal, she will not stop until it is achieved. Her self-confidence ensures her success. If this card does not represent a person, it may indicate great progress on a project, increased material wealth, and improved health. The key ideas: mother, love, protectiveness, a forceful will, taking pleasure in the earthly senses. Nature. Okay, was there just the one card that came out? There was. Let me get another one. Oh, let's get a Lover's Oracle for this card. I'm extremely congested at the moment. Her advice is always worth taking. Each of us is an angel with only one wing. We can only fly by embracing one another. Let's get another tarot card. It's interesting because the feminine's energy is... I don't want to say that she's becoming tired, but you run the risk, Divine Masculine, of losing something precious because you can't be everywhere at once. So this feminine is coping, managing her life alone. the support that she has is spiritual strength and spiritual support. But we're here to enjoy the earthly, physical pleasures too. We can only fly by embracing one another. The washing machine is free, in case you'd like to know. Bring over your dirty laundry. I'll have it done by the morning. Kind of like twin flames. Well, that's, yeah, kind of. I don't tend to use that word, but you're spot on. It's a name used to distinguish certain connections apart from others. It's like no other. Soulmates, some may say, you know, when they go, I've met my soulmate, and but when you realise that all of our souls are mating together, interacting, this is a deep love connection, true love. That's a journey of self-discovery first, and the unprogramming of societal, of this world's kind of beliefs on how we're meant to do it. We tap into our own intuitions and we follow our own internal guidance system. We're not here to conform. You're looking at there's about 2% who are awake, and are the forerunners. But the power individually is noticeable. You know if you can change the energy in a room. And when you realise that, you will use it to purposely uplift. I remember sitting on a train once, travelling, and it was noisy and rowdy. And I just sat there and focused my energy. And then it seemed that they started singing instead. And then there was a lady kind of who was sitting like opposite me. She had her headphones on. All of a sudden her body started jigging. And I just tapped into my own little energy source and emitted that. So, but the power of when you both unite and this love is allowed to flow freely throughout our world, throughout our energy systems, that's how we get to really ascend and to help others. Because many are still under the illusion that this type of relationship doesn't exist. You know, it's too good to be true, and it's not that we're here to prove them wrong, we're just here to be the example. There is no real kind of telling people. The right people are drawn to you. But it's quite a solitude journey of trusting oneself. The Nine of Wands. Let's read about the Nine of Wands. All the necessary resources have been gathered. All the defences have been strengthened. All that remains now is to gather the inner strength to face whatever presents itself. Hold a vision of invincibility and stability against any threat. Your position is secure, and only your own self-doubt can shake it. Have the courage to open your eyes and gaze directly at your next challenge. Okay. All that keeps coming through is a song that came through in the first reading I've done today was, alright, everything's gonna be alright. It's really alright. 2121 is the time. Oh, 2122 now is the current time. These cards are actually designed for lovers to, you know, talk over together. It says here, the Lover's Oracle can be used alone or together with your partner to develop a better understanding of your relationship. We wish you joy and inspiration in discovering a deeper understanding of yourself as well as of your relationship. Wow. So let's have a look at these messages we've got here. Love is a single soul that inhabits two bodies. I mean, there's no shifting this. There's no shaking it off. We spent time reading that one. Each of us is an angel with only one wing. We can only fly by embracing each other. Come on. And we have two souls, but with a single thought. Two hearts that beat as one. But it says here, love is a single soul that inhabits two bodies. It must be love. Two souls, but with a single thought. Two hearts that beat as one. Are living in just one mind. Okay. Let's get one more card. Hey. Hello, mister. I'm so full of strength. Who's taking back their power? Taking their position very seriously. Okay, we're not monkeying around anymore, are we? We've got no time for that kind of nonsense. Doesn't make sense. At all. Okay. Beset by foes, a young man stands in a posture of courageous confidence. Though he is outnumbered, he still has the upper ground, literally and symbolically. His power comes from the belief that he can achieve whatever he sets his will to accomplish. He knows he is at the peak of his strength and prowess, and he welcomes the challenge to prove himself. Even against such odds, his confidence shines. Well, I wonder where you get that from. Your confidence shines? The first card, I spotted it when you was, this here, look. It's like, just hand over some of your confidence, you know. It's like, call your divine feminine in, because you know that she's a confident girl. So, yeah. Okay. She's been through this. Come on, you can do it. If she can do it, you can do it. Key ideas: courage in facing challenges, standing your ground, confidence attained through experience. Whose experience? Because you're learning lessons very quickly, but you're learning them through the example of the divine feminine. Every time I look at your name, Dilly, it's like, and don't dilly-dally on the way. Jeez. There's danger of you losing something precious, okay? Happiness is finding love through giving love rather than through receiving it. So it's all about giving and receiving. Looks like he's going down on bended knee. This feminine. Does she look like she could do with a little TLC? Tender loving cow? We spoke about that in the last reading. About being able to give. Okay? You know how lovely it feels to be able to receive love and someone to pay you compliments and make you feel so special. And it's like, how nice to be able to give that to others. It's definitely some kind of unbalancing. Imbalance. So it's like we're unbalancing things to rebalance things. Okay, let's go. Don't diddly-dally though. Chop chop. Spit spot. As Mary would say. I'm going to go to the fairies. I've been seeing presents of the fairies and I'm surprised they haven't come out to speak yet. I think they're just waiting for me to ask. The Princess of Autumn. Studious, responsible, cheerful, mischievous. I like that. Because you're responsible, but then, you know, up to a little bit of mischief here. Happy news about your career, promotions or scholarships, well thought out plans that go perfectly. They always do. It all occurs within the idea. The mind first, and then it manifests in the physical. See it done within the mind, within your thoughts, and so it is. Just be careful what you're, you know, picturing. So happy news about your career, promotions or scholarships. Well thought out plans that go perfectly. Needing a little push to get going. I did tell you, no dilly-dallying. Come on. It's time. You know when you know it's time? And that's the energy of something's to be or not to be. But I think there's a point, you know when something's meant to be? That's the point. Let's read about the Princess of Autumn. You can never know too much, or so says our Princess of Autumn. This optimistic and happy young lady simply loves to learn. She's charming and reliable, upbeat, and so very clever. She does have a bit of a mischievous streak running through her, so you might want to keep an eye out for that. Besides being an absolute joy to be around, she's also responsible and wise beyond her years. Did we mention that she loves to learn? This gal, I swear that's the actual, when I said about the Divine Masculine, I don't know what I said, but I said gal. This gal can be the perpetual student, taking longer than usual to get out into the real world. She may also think things through way too long before acting, but when she does move into action, everything will go perfectly. So I feel there's this mirror in here because she can be the perpetual student, taking longer than usual to get out into the real world. So maybe it took her a while. Okay, took you, Divine Feminine, a while, a bit longer than anticipated to actually get to grips with this love. But you're back, you're out there in the real world now. And she may also think things through way too long before acting. But I feel this could be like the masculine's energy mirroring. But when she does move into action, everything will go perfectly. The Ace of Autumn has grown up, and the books that were closed to her before are now open. The knowledge she has gained has provided the abundance accumulating on the desk. The additional meanings of this card: time to go back to school, study and research, seminars or courses, good news about finances, needing a push to get started, working your way up the ladder. And Divine Feminine, also bear in mind that sometimes you are given that intuitive nudge to make contact, to reach out. And you can think too long about judging, is that right? Should I do that? Shouldn't I do that? I feel now you've got to grips with trusting your emotions when, okay, this is definitely a sign that you're not just trying to coax things along. But there are times when you will have that urge to make contact. It's undeniable. And if you don't respond to the call to actually make whatever movement you're guided to make, it will be quite hell for a couple of days, because your soul's going to kind of nag at you. Okay. Let's go to the Oracle of the Fairies. We're going to finish with this this card. WWYG. I tell you what, one thing I'm not your monkey, I'm not your puppet. I'm not going to say certain words just so you can see or hear how I pronounce them. It's like I suggest you have some growing up to do. Come back when you've grown up. I don't have time for nonsense people like that. It's a trigger point for sure. Not so much when you live like in the county that you were, raised in, that you were born in and you were educated in. It's when you go out of like that county that people pick up your accent. And they think that you're a Cockney, and they want you to say certain words because, I don't know, they find it amusing that you say it certain ways. And okay, it says, wait for winter. During the colder months, the Fairy Queen of Winter will help you manifest your most heartfelt wishes, as long as your intentions are for the highest good of all. So we saw the sign of winter here. Now this could mean waiting for this upcoming winter, a couple of seasons away. But I feel this could actually be regarding since the winter that's just passed. The last 3 months. During the colder months, the Fairy Queen of Winter will help you manifest your most heartfelt wishes, as long as your intentions are for the highest good of all. Now, either this masculine's intentions, he's like a changed man. He's changed his mind. He's got a change of heart. Either that's occurred or it will be occurring. Okay, we have temptation. Are you in denial about an unhealthy habit? Perhaps one that makes you feel guilty. This fairy says you have the power to overcome temptation, whatever its guise. Now what's interesting is being tempted by the snake here. Toxic energy. It's like this masculine wants to evolve. You can see he's got his fairy wings, his angelic wings, and as he's transforming, he may be tempted to slip back into old ways of being. And then we just have to start the process all over again. It just means you haven't learnt the lesson. I am going to finish with a message from the Mother Mary. This was an interesting reading, wasn't it? Okay. What does it all mean? Well, change is here. Change is afoot. The next 3 to 4 months are going to be very significant regarding the process anyway. Getting closer, learning to trust your intuition. Okay, I mean there's layers, guys, layers. Our Lady of Ripening on the Vine, and I think dinner has arrived. Anyway, card number 4, Our Lady of Ripening on the Vine. Takes me to this. Let's bring this card a bit closer, and we'll zoom in a bit so that you can see it. Card number 4, the number of the Divine Masculine, the Emperor. Okay, I ask you to surrender your future thinking to me. Although your future contains the promise of great blessings, do not let this distract you from the blessing I bestow upon you in this moment. I ask you to open your arms to my blessings in the here and now. You are the sweet fruit, heavy on the vine. The time for harvest has come. This is your time. Many of us who love the Holy Mother are dreamers. We might be practical and hard-working, attending to the details of daily life and spiritual consciousness. But we have hope in our hearts. Yet that hope may be for the future. Our future, that of our children, of our planet. This hope is a precious light that is needed in the world. Okay, so we can see the Divine Feminine here, keeping this precious light safe. This hope is a precious light that is needed in the world, yet our light of hope is also needed in the here and now. We need to be living the divine now, not only dreaming of a more divinely aligned life in a fantasy of our future. The divine wants us to live our light now, to benefit ourselves and the world with our presence. Now. Yes, we are always growing, yet there is a readiness within you now. This oracle comes to you as a confirmation. There is something within you, something of you that is ready. Even if the immediate reality doesn't match a fantasy that you have once held about how life would be when you would finally share more of yourself with the world, you are still ready, and this is your time to shine. It is in this shining forth that the manifestation can happen now, not in waiting for it to happen before you reach the destination. If you do this, the destination will always be in your future rather than happening now. Your manifestation happens through you as you acknowledge that you are what you are already seeking. It is just bringing it to light that needs to happen now. In this oracle, the Mother asks you to honor the light that is ignited within you now, to act upon it with utter faith. The dreamers are needed in this present moment, you see. We can help the sacred becoming, the healing of the world according to the Divine Mother's grace by how we choose to be at this time. We are not just building spiritual consciousness for a future time, we are building it to live in it now. Now is the time to trust. Now is the time to know that you are her chosen child, her heavenly son or daughter, and that you are divine in flesh. This is your time to be living with complete abandon into your own soul, knowing that the spiritual energy within is now manifesting itself in your physical reality. There is not only blessing in your future, there is blessing for you to succeed in this present moment. This oracle brings you a particular message that you are more ready than you think you are, for whatever adventure most concerns your heart or is already right at your feet. Do not shy away, it is your time for harvest. Open your arms and gather abundance to you. Trust that your abundance will benefit others too, because the more you have, the more you can choose to share and give. Do not be afraid to receive blessings and to have what your heart desires. The manifesting desires of your heart are the heavenly fruits becoming heavy on the vine and ripening, ready to be enjoyed. Fruit that is not gathered and eaten will rot, feeding the earth to be born again. So nothing is wasted, yet that fruit could be sweetly savoured by those capable of receiving. There is so much waiting for you in this moment. Gather your harvest, accept the goodness, and let gratitude fill your heart. You have worked hard for this harvest. Let it be rich and bountiful in all ways. Let your divine inheritance come to you now, as naturally as fruits ripening on the vine. This oracle brings a particular message that a dream, project or idea that you have been nursing will succeed. The time for that success is fast approaching and will happen as naturally as fruits ripening on the vine. Beautiful. Guys, I will catch up with you soon. So until then, take care. Much love. Oh, breathe, Lucy. I know, but it's exciting times, isn't it? Take care. Much love. Bye for now.